Meg Austen heard the computer humming its startup song as she sorted the envelopes at her desk. A couple of pieces of junk mail and several bills. Twisting a piece of her blonde hair, she considered leaving the envelopes untouched. Maybe if she blinked fast enough, they'd disappear. She loved to see what came in the mailbox as a kid, but now she understood that the postman usually came with papers demanding money, a never-ending battle. She didn't have to open the letters to know what they said. Past due in red ink. The costs of remodeling and renting a physical building weren't things she'd had to worry about before, but her growing matchmaking business had stretched her bank account thinner than she'd ever seen it. Ramen noodles was a staple in her apartment at the moment. One envelope stood out from the pile, its square shape sticking up next to the rest. These were the letters she wanted to receive. The ones printed on linen or parchment, mylar or linen. The words in an elegant script. Pulling the sharp letter opener from her desk drawer, she sliced open the envelope and pulled out the contents. Meg skimmed past the names of the bride's parents to find Rebecca Ann spelled out in a swoopy script. Her husband-to-be was Richard Story, one of the 3 matches Meg had picked out for her. Included was a picture of the happy couple sitting on a park bench, gazing into each other's eyes. Everything about this validated why she did what she did. That look on his face as he stared at her, Rebecca's wide smile, totally worth the hours of research it took to compile the data in order to find people their best match. She stood, turning to the wall at her right. Covering the wall were dozens of invitations with the engagement pictures taped next to them. The success stories of the Love Austen Matchmaking Company over the past 4 years. A sharp pain sliced through her chest, envy trickling in its wake. Her life was better than she could have hoped, near perfect by certain standards. She owned a business she adored, had amazing friends, and all the Nutella hot chocolate she could drink from the creperie around the corner from the new building. The only thing she was missing was the kind of relationship her best friend Lily had with her fiancé Ben. With their wedding on the horizon, Meg's life would change, as she depended on Lily for so many things. Marriage changed friendships, and while she'd been trying to prepare herself for it over the past several months, she could only hope she'd find peace from it all. Taping the newest invitation to the wall, she glanced at the envelopes again, knowing she'd have to tackle them before lunch, or they'd sit there for weeks. She arranged them on the corner of her desk and clicked on her email inbox. Several new emails from current and potential clients waited, and as she scanned the headlines, her eyes stopped on one of them. Her stomach did a flip as she read, "Investment Request." With a quick click, she scrolled down faster than she could even comprehend. She hadn't learned anything from her attempt at speed reading and rolled the page back to the top. "Dear Miss Austen, we thank you for your application to the Boston Investors Alliance. We have gone through your profile and request more information about your company before moving forward." Not one to object to reading the end of a book, her eyes slid to the last paragraph. "Please give our office a call between 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. in the next day or 2. Ask for Mark Allred." Her hand hovered over the receiver as she stared at the wall in front of her. Should I call them now? She scanned to see what time they sent the email. 47 minutes ago. Was that too soon to respond? Would they think she was desperate? What was a little humiliation? It had almost killed her pride to send in the application in the first place. She'd made a goal to depend on herself for any need, business or otherwise. The day she found out her mother had taken half of her college savings. After a coaxing debate from her assistant, Tiffany, she'd decided that getting a business loan, or taking on investors, wasn't like robbing a bank. Besides, people had the guts to convince investors on TV that their product would make millions. Sending in an electronic application made her grateful she didn't have to go beg and plead in front of an audience. Nervous energy bubbled in her stomach, and she shook her hands to calm herself for a moment. They can say no. I'll just find another way to do things. Just breathe. She picked up the phone, dialing the number at the bottom of the email.